This is Apostle Dr. Ian Cummins coming to you with Capacity Building Booster, talking about why God wants to build your capacity. So we want to continue there because we dealt with components of capacity, which is size, ability, competence, aptitude, and power. Okay, so we move now into why God wants to build our capacity. Now, this really is taken from Matthew 25, where for the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling into a far country who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And to one he gave 5 talents, and to one he gave 2, and another one he gave 1. So this was a talent. Now, we said number 1, God sees purpose. So God created us with purpose and with responsibilities in fulfilling these purpose. Through these responsibilities, He leads and directs us to an upward journey and meets our need. God sees purpose because God is a God of purpose. The purpose of the thing was in the mind of the Creator before He made the thing. Our purpose was in His mind before He created us. God sees purpose. So God created us with purpose and for purpose and with responsibility in fulfilling these purpose. So we have a responsibility to fulfill the purpose that God has created us for. Through these responsibilities, then, He leads and directs us to an upward journey and meets our needs. God sees purpose, and then God is a giver. So He saw purpose in the guys and with the talent. God is a giver. He gives them talent. Before the master left, He gave His servants gifts and talents. Likewise, with God, we receive gifts, talents, and seeds in order to fulfill purpose and to build our capacity. Because God is a giver, He will never leave you empty-handed. So God has entrusted you with something. So no one can say, I don't have anything. You may not have how much the next person has, but you have something. It may not be the amount you want, but what you have is enough to get you what you want. What you have is a seed. So God will use what you have to get you what you want. Why? Because God is a giver. He gives you talent. You have gifts. And we're not just talking about finance. You have other abilities that is unlocked inside of you. Likewise, God give, we receive gifts and talents. So because God is a giver, He will never leave you empty-handed. So cannot say that I don't have anything. Then the next point is God entrusts and delegates responsibilities. So God sees purpose. Then God is a giver. And number 3, God entrusts and delegates responsibilities. He delegates responsibilities based on the capacity to handle it. Because God will give you based on your level of capacity. So you may not have a capacity of 10, you may have a capacity of 2, but you don't have to stay at the capacity of 2, but He will give you at your level, because remember, God entrusts or delegates responsibilities. So He delegated responsibilities based on the capacity to handle it. So what you have is how much you could handle, but you don't have to stay at that level. The servant with the 1,000 had the capacity to handle 1,000. This is why you cannot look at other people and be envious of what they have. What you have is enough to get you what you want. What you have is enough to get you what you want. The servant with the 1,000 had the capacity to handle 1,000. So you may say, well, Apostle, I only have 100. I could only sing. Listen to me. You have the capacity for what you have. The servant with the 1,000 had the capacity to handle just 1,000. This is why you cannot look at other people and be envious of what they have. All right, so God sees purpose. God is a giver. And number 3, God entrusts and delegates responsibilities. Use what you have. Use what you have. God sees purpose, so you have purpose. God is a giver. He gave you something, what it is you have. And number 3, God entrusts and delegates responsibility. So you are responsible for what God has entrusted you with. So I want you to listen to this booster again, go over and begin to examine yourself. You were born for purpose and you were born with purpose. God is a giver. He gave you something. You may not have what I have. You may not have what the other person has, but you have something. And then God entrusts you and delegates responsibility. Then you are responsible for managing and working what you have. This is Apostle Dr. Ian Cummins to expand your capacity, because God is preparing you for something great. Something good is about to happen.